Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kyra, and today I'm bringing to you a list of 5 products that I feel like are worth the splurge. If you're new to my channel, a very special welcome to you. I hope you will consider subscribing before you leave. It is free, easy, and it helps you find my videos Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday when I upload. And allegedly, if you ring that notification bell to all, YouTube will let you know when that happens. And of course, only if you like what you see today. So I saw a similar video come from Kelly Gooch here on YouTube, and I will link that video down in the description box below. But I thought this might be a fun sort of 2-part conversation to have. Now, I certainly think that there are certain beauty products, makeup products that just don't make sense to pay a lot of money for, in my opinion only. But for example, things like brow products, mascaras, sometimes even powders, lip balms, things like that. And for me, the products that I go through most quickly are the products that it makes sense for me to look for and or buy more budget-friendly options. But today I'm bringing to you a list of 5 products that I feel like are worth the splurge and worth the investment of a little extra money for one reason or another. I do plan to do a counterpart, a second video to this one, in which I share with you 5 budget-friendly, bang for your buck type products. So stay tuned for that one. Another great reason to subscribe. And let's get into it. So the first product, oddly enough, is a base product. Some of us tend to go through base products pretty quickly. I have quite a selection of base products, concealers, foundations, things like that. And so I don't tend to go through these products very quickly. But even if I only had a couple of concealers, the one that I think is absolutely worth the higher end price tag is this one from BareMinerals. This is the BareSkin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer from BareMinerals, and I have mine in the shade Light. If you feel like every other concealer is just so dry under your eyes, or if you feel like every hydrating concealer that you've ever tried skimped on the coverage, this is a concealer for you. I will have all these products linked down in the description box. They will be affiliate links through magic links, and that just means I get a teeny tiny little commission if you use the links down in the description box. If you're not comfortable with that, you can certainly copy and paste the products into any search engine, but if you do choose to use the affiliate links, thank you in advance. This is a fantastic product. It is definitely my favorite concealer in my collection, along with the Glossier Stretch Concealer, as you well know, but this is a different product. This is a very hydrating and very forgiving and skin-like looking concealer. I personally don't find that I need to set it in order to keep it in place all day. I don't necessarily swear to the fact that it sets down completely, but it doesn't move or shift or anything like that. It's just a beautiful skin-like finish, and I couldn't recommend this more. If you have dry under eyes, if you have aging under eyes, if you're over 40, anything like that, and you struggle to find a concealer that both has hydration, a skin-like finish, and the coverage, this is the concealer that is worth the splurge. The next product that I think is absolutely worth the higher end price tag are these 2 products from Kosas. These are the Color and Light Creme Blush and Highlight Duos. I have both 8th Muse and Velvet Melon. 8th Muse was a recommendation from Jessica Braun, so thank you to her for that. You can see I've really dug into these, or at least this one specifically, because I've had it longer. But if you feel like other cream products are harder to use, this is a really good beginner sort of cream product, and that's for a couple of reasons. One, the blush is kind of sheer, and not in a bad way, sheer in a way that makes it easy to build, easy to apply. And that's one thing that also makes it very forgiving, user-friendly, and beginner-friendly, and that is you can apply these products any way that you want to your face, whatever you're comfortable with. You can use a brush, you can use a sponge, you can use your fingers if that's your preference, and that is definitely not the case for other cream products. Other cream products, it's sort of a trial and error, which it can be with any kind of product, not just cream products, but these are pretty much foolproof in my opinion. I also love that you're getting two products in one for the same price as other high-end products that you would only get one product. They have a variety of colors. If creams absolutely aren't your thing, if you have very, very, very oily skin, they do have these same colorways in powder products. I can't attest to their quality or anything like that because I've only used the creams, but suffice it to say that I loved this one enough to go ahead and buy this one, and I love them both. The next product is definitely a splurge, but probably out of the 5 products I'm going to share with you today, the best value for money, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I have mine in the shade number 3, light medium. It's a beautiful shade match for me. This is so beautiful. It's got a smoothing effect. It's definitely glowy. But the thing about this product that makes it such a good value for money and worth the investment or the splurge is that it takes very little product in order to achieve a very intense but soft focus and almost natural looking glow. And that's what I like about this product, because it takes so little. I mean, if I use this as a liquid highlight, which is how I mostly use this product, it takes 3 tiny little dots with the doe foot and it is a gleaming, beaming, beautiful highlight. And the other thing that makes this really good value for money is the fact that you can use it in multiple ways. You can use this as a primer underneath your foundation. Like I said, it does have a certain perfecting, smoothing quality to it, so it's absolutely beautiful as a primer. Also, I tend to use this as more of a liquid highlighter in this type of capacity, and it's really nice for that because it does set down eventually, and so it's really, really pretty on top of foundation, or even if you're not wearing foundation at all. This is a beautiful liquid highlighter, and then you can also use this as a mixer. You can put a little bit of this in with your foundation, your BB cream, your tinted moisturizer, or anything like that, and you can get an all over perfect glow from within that is matching your skin tone because you're mixing it with your foundation rather. So to me, because this product has multiple uses, it has a lot of bang for your buck in terms of the amount of product that it takes to achieve the results, and just the fact that it's absolutely stunning. I highly recommend this. This definitely could fall under the bang for your buck category for the next video because it takes so little product that it's a fantastic value for money, but I definitely think it's worth the splurge as well. For eyeshadow, these are not super high priced palettes, but they are very much worth the splurge. The little bit higher end price tag, all but not Natasha Denona or Charlotte Tilbury prices. These are worth the splurge because of what they have to offer, and that is the Persona Identity 1 and 2. I love these. You know, I love the first one. It's always in my tippy top eyeshadow rankings, collection, the whole thing, because this is just a go-to palette for me. It's got all the neutrals that you could want. The shimmers are intense but soft and smooth and flattering to the eyelids, which definitely is not the case with a lot of eyeshadows. A lot of eyeshadows. So when I know that I just want this flawless, soft, vintage, glamorous kind of look, or an everyday look that's just flattering on my textured, slightly dry, definitely aging eyelids, I love this one, but I love the second one just as much, and here's why. I love that Persona does these classic colors, but made more special and more elegant by this fantastic formula. I can't even. I will swatch a couple for you here. The mattes are just as good as the shimmers in my opinion. They're soft and blendable and pigmented, but super easy to use. I think this formula is one of the most easy to use eyeshadow formulas in my collection because they are so smooth, but they're not buttery to the point of having too much pigment that makes it hard to work with. And I just can't say enough good things about these palettes. I love them so. I've worn this Identity 1 palette for so many special occasions in my life in the last couple of years that I've had this. It just brings joy to me, but I also just love that she came out with a little bit more colorful palette. These two palettes pair together beautifully as well if you're looking for sort of an array of neutrals but also want to dabble in a little bit of color. I'll link a video up in the cards and in the description box below where I did 7 looks with both of these palettes combined because I wanted to be able to show how you can dabble in color with this palette but balance it and make it more wearable with the first palette. So I really love these palettes. They're 2 of my favorites if I went traveling or I needed to just pick a couple of palettes to live off of, so to speak. These would be the 2 that I would pick because I would have some color and some neutrals and just have a good time with them. And look at this color combination. Wouldn't that be a fun look? Last but not least, I don't know if this is something that everyone would agree on in terms of being worth the splurge, but for me, I really feel like the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipsticks are worth the splurge. Hear me out. I can feel that I'm losing you, but hear me out. I think if you want to splurge on a Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution lipstick, you should seriously consider purchasing a shade that you know that you would wear the absolute snot out of. These are not cheap lipsticks. They're in the $30 range, and I'm not encouraging everybody to go out and buy a lipstick like this. But if you were wanting to splurge, if you were wanting to treat yourself, I suggest picking a shade that you know that you would wear all the time, and that's what I've done here. I have this little sample size of Pillow Talk, and this is one that I wouldn't buy the full size of, but I'm glad that I have this little sample. The other one is Very Victoria, which is a beautiful nude. It's the first one that I purchased because it is a nude that I will wear all the time. It's not what I have on today, though it's pretty similar. And then the last one that I have is Bond Girl. This is my perfect sort of red, berry, dusty something lipstick. It's my perfect red is what I call it, but it's super duper flattering, and it is a color that I wear quite frequently. So here are the swatches. This is Bond Girl. Like I said, it's kind of dusty, rosy, but as you build it up, it looks more of a bricky red tone. This is Very Victoria, a very perfect nude for me. It goes beautifully with my favorite lip liner from MAC, which is Whirl. And then you have Pillow Talk here, and the only reason I wouldn't purchase Pillow Talk in the full size is number one, it's too close to Very Victoria for me, This is definitely a little bit more pink, but it's close enough to Very Victoria that it would be redundant for me to purchase the full size. The other reason is I have a dupe for Pillow Talk in the Flower Beauty Petal Pout lipstick formula, and it's in the shade Spice Petal. So like I said, I do think that they are worth the splurge. I think it's a beautiful matte formula. It's one of the most comfortable matte formulas that I've worn. It's one of those lipsticks that it is so thin in its consistency that it almost feels like you're wearing nothing on your lips. And for a matte lipstick, I love that. But the other thing I really love about the Matte Revolution formula and just Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks in general is that she takes really beautiful classic shades, nudes, reds, and so on, and she just elevates them a little bit and makes them more elegant, if that makes sense. And so that's why I think they're worth the splurge. But I think it's one of those things where it's like, one is enough. Pick your perfect shade that you know that you would wear all the time, and then just use that, love it, adore it, and the whole thing. Don't save your makeup for special occasions, because there just aren't enough special occasions to use the beautiful things that we've spent our money on. And while I could have chosen a lot more than just 5, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you're looking forward to the follow-up where I give you the bang for your buck top 5. If you did enjoy today's video, I would really appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either helps me out in the platform, and we can all make more friends down in the comments if my videos are getting suggested. I hope that you are staying safe and well out there in the world today and every day, and I hope if you're wearing makeup right now that all your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in my next video real soon.